Hey everybody, it is Pat from Pat's Chats, and if you know, then you know. I'm not gonna lie. Personally, Friday night Pat's Chats, they're the best ones. They totally are. And tonight, it is a cheers to the Blue Jays. It's all about the Blue Jays on this one. We're gonna do a quick Blue Jays rant. Why the Blue Jays? Because they're my favorite team in Major League Baseball, and they haven't lost a series yet. I repeat, I'll let that sink in. The Blue Jays haven't lost a series yet. They've gone through 4 series. They took 2 out of 3 against the Texas Rangers to start. They split in New York with the Yankees. Then they took 2 out of 3 against Oakland. And then 2 out of 3 in Boston against the Red Sox. And they won tonight against the Houston Astros. And it's just amazing how well this team is playing, because they're doing it both on the offensive and the defensive end. In some of my recap videos, you may have heard me say, the Blue Jays spent all the money. Oh, they spent the money. And they did it. They did it to get help where they felt they needed help. One of the big issues the Blue Jays have had in past years, if you're any type of Blue Jays fan, you would know it's been pitching. So they went and wanted to bolster the starting rotation. They weren't getting available guys that they thought were that great for the bullpen or a middle bullpen relief. So they went after guys to help in the starting rotation, hoping to go an inning or 2 deeper. We already had Jose Barrios on a big contract, and he's just a quality workhorse. Jose Barrios, starting guy. We picked up Kevin Gausman out of San Francisco. Great pitcher, big heat, a nice cutter, slider, whatever you want to call it. Then we have Hyun-Jin Ryu. He's struggled to start, but I believe in this guy. He's on last year of his contract, so it's interesting how that's going to play out. We got the young gun, Alex Manoah still. This kid's putting up crazy numbers. Glad to have him. And then we went and got a fireball out of Seattle, Kikuchi. Sounds dirtier than it is, you sickos. Kikuchi is undersized for a pitcher, but don't let that fool you. This dude's throwing high heat. Like, he's in the high 90s. So they bolstered the starting lineup, but we're not just out, and that's helping the defense. But honestly, the defense from everyone else is insane. It's insane. Like, let's just say in the New York series, I think it was, there's game-saving plays every day, and it could be from somebody new every day. Bo Bichette, it was a play in New York. The bases were loaded. There's only 2 out. Balls hit grounder between him and Chapman, and he makes a crazy one-footed pickup throw across the diamond. Vladdy gets the out, saves a tons of runs. It's amazing. Matt Chapman, a guy we picked up out of Oakland to lock down third base, and he's got a crazy good defensive glove, and his hitting's coming along way better than I expected. He made 2 great plays in the Boston series right at the end of the game to preserve the win. And just tonight, Santiago Espinal must have made 3 highlight plays to preserve the win in Houston. So we're able, with the defense, everybody stepping up at any given time, to preserve these really close game wins. The guys are figuring out how to win close games. And, like, it's not something you're going to see on a scouting report. Knows how to win. Obviously, every Major League ball player knows how to win and is trying to win. But if you've been a fan of any team for a long time, you know that when you have a young team and they're very exciting and you see good potential, that when it comes to close games, pressure situations, they kind of stumble a little bit, right? They get caught in the moment. They hear footsteps, depending what your sport is, right? Like, they do these things that veteran players don't do. So it's a thing you can talk about in sports. It's called learning how to win, learning how to close. And these would be games that I don't believe the Blue Jays would have won 2 years ago, or maybe even last year, to be honest. But the defensive effort by all these guys is amazing. Then offensively, we've had a ton of injuries already, and you wouldn't even notice because guys are still producing at the plate. And I mean, like, from the top to the bottom, front to the back, they got it like that, Jack. Like, it's insane. Teoscar Hernandez, silver slugger, out with an oblique injury. Danny Jensen, best catcher we have, out with also an oblique injury or a hip injury, I don't even know. George Springer, hurt again in his hand. We pay that guy a ton of money. He's hurt, but doesn't matter. Guys are coming in. Picked up Ramiel Tapia out of Colorado for some speed. He's a contact player, gets on base a lot, runs really fast. He's working out great with the guys. Picked up Matt Chapman, like I said, out of Oakland. He's hitting well. We made a trade for another catcher, Zach Collins, and holy smokes, is this guy dinging a ball. Crazy Had no idea this was the potential we had. Everyone's producing all the time. It's a really fun team. I think they're at 3 wins in a row, and I expect big things out of the Blue Jays. I really do. I don't see any reason why they can't consistently put up this type of game, and this type of game will keep them competitive pretty much every night. Speaking of every night, they played 10 in a row, had 1 day off, and are now on a stretch of, I heard, like 12 or 15 in a row. That is a lot of ball. So to be putting up these series wins, they're at 9-5 right now, 9 wins, 5 losses, with the injuries they've had, just goes to show how deep this team is and how good this team can really be. And that's what all I got to say about the Blue Jays. Oh, quick shout out, actually, Vladdy Jr., in case you're paying attention. In New York, he had a crazy game one time. He hit 3 home runs in one game, and the other at-bat was a double. So he went 4 for 4, first time ever, and the second game, he's hit 3 home runs in one game. I don't even know how old he is, like, 26 or something? It's ludicrous. Anyway, Blue Jays, fun team to watch right now. Just loving it. Go Jays, go.